watching the ACC on ESPN. We had weather move through Charlottesville, Virginia earlier this morning, but the clouds have given way to sunshine here in the afternoon, and we are getting set for a great lacrosse game. Two of the blue bloods of the sport, the 12th-ranked Syracuse Orange and the 4th-ranked Virginia Cavaliers.
It's turn and rake for goalies, but Cuse's Will Mark, he'll have something to say about it today. He's a top goalie in the country, can steal a game. He's 5th nationally in save percentage, and his unorthodox style, being big and sitting low, can drive shooters bonkers. Virginia the opportunity to play 5-on-5, so LaSalle is not your typical face-off guy here, creating offense from behind.
Look at a dodge and shoot. Doesn't get through. Cormier in the 4th, in Xander Dixon, number 10. Schellenberger, come topside. Beautiful pass, and Mark is forced to make the save. We talked about Will Mark in cage for Virginia. It's Will Nunes. He's having to make a save right there on the shot by Spolina. Gets it done.
We saw the goal from Garno behind. Inverting is definitely something that they are aware of against this Syracuse offense.
Mark forced to make the save.
Up top hitting his shots. It's almost unguardable because they have all the pieces.
Both top 5 in the country. Cormier, Mark has to make a save. Another one. That one bounces over the top. Seeing him there.
And that's believing in your offense, right? Like rep after rep every single week at practice.
This is a great chance for Syracuse, and Nunes makes the save. On the run, it's Scott Bauer. Now he loses after a beautiful check on the ride by Roa, but it gets back into Zinn's hands. He'll shoot. Mark is there for the save. A freshman from Seaford on Long Island, another St. Anthony's product. They are just a factory right now. Look at this chance. Forcing Mark to make the save. Is that Kastner? Just went the distance?
To the ball, like reward pressure, right? If you can't handle pressure, you're not getting the ball back. Now you could shoot from behind the midline and score.
Nudes, sure.
This guy, 969 wins. It's almost 2,000 face-offs he's had.
Mark lost it. Now he gets it back. Syracuse has got to get it past the midfield line at the 60-second mark. And that man, the football player, the linebacker from Stanford, who transferred in the offseason. Syracuse still man up for another 16 seconds. Skip pass to the far side. Extra. Nunes makes the save on Spolina. One goal in that full minute man up.
Yeah, left side of your screen. You see how he gets wide there. He kind of comes out.
Now McConvey gets it back to his left hand, just being hounded, but he got free. And Mark was able to get a piece of it. Simmons trying to work on Soliday. Inside, that's Finn Thompson, but Nunes, sharp.
He's made some good ones in tight, Chris. Give Matthew Nunes so much credit because middle of the season, he hit that tough patch. But boy, oh boy, has he responded. I thought he gained his confidence when they went on the road and beat the #1 team in the nation in Notre Dame and South Bend. That was a game, Matthew Nunes, when you look at his season, where things turn for him.
Virginia had a scoring opportunity, foiled by the Cuse. Now can they get one more shot? They got the ball in the right hand. Schellenberger with the pass and a save by Will Mark. Just as the horn sounds to end the first half.
Making plays, dodging, using that bottom shoulder right there.
That physical matchup of heavyweights. Leo will get the shot. Nunes goes down to make the save. Petey, Schellenberger, Mark makes the save.
McConvey to Cormier, this time Cormier to McConvey.
Now Xander had his man hung up initially, got a better angle. Even a little bit here at the start of the second half. And you can see right around the crease area in the goal mouth, a lot of mud. That's not going to help here, but Mark goes down and makes the save on Cormier. That's a... Nice job to goose it to keep it from an over and back. Little
Sun's
unsettled
out,
here.
Cotter.
Yeah, Burt Whistle wants to take advantage of that, but Nunes says no way. Schellenberger up with a shorty on him. Forces Mark to make the save, but yeah, Gardo. You think Gardo's eyes weren't as wide as saucers? Came back, had concussion-like symptoms, had to sit again. Got that against Princeton, but now he's back. Schellenberger cutting. And Will Mark has been his nemesis today. Talking to Gary earlier in the week, I was like, what's ideally, if you had the depth and you had everybody back from injury, where would you want to play Sam? And he said, well, for us, it doesn't matter because he's our best cover guy. So
to those guys who played in that era, and props to Lars Tiffany for recognizing them.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool thing, and the throwbacks kind of putting the icing on the cake today. I think really fall off the table here over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, well said, brother. Props to Penn State, who's clinched at least a share of. We just get used to Maryland dominating so much, but John Tillman, I think this has been one of his better coaching jobs with basically an entire new team in so many different spots outside your close defense. About all those guys coming back, that whole unit. They'll miss Simmons because he's a really good passer in transition and in extra man sets.
Of May, we're going to be in Bristol with Ryan Boyle and the crew as the horn sounds on this one. Virginia donned the throwbacks, and they picked up their 9th win of the year, Clark.